Hi everyone, welcome back to Acres of Clay. For all of you that are new to our channel, I'm Rhonda, and today I'm going to answer a few of your questions. Some of you have asked questions about how we ear tag our calves and the protocols behind all of that, the labeling, the numbering, and for my record keeping. And so today in this video, I'm going to share a little bit about how we do this. So first of all, we use just this extra large, it's called a maxi ear tag, and we use these for all the calves that come into my feeder. So when a calf is born, it usually spends about 3 or 4 days with its mom, getting all its colostrum that it needs, and then we start feeding it. And once we feed it, which we bring it into this is the calf barn, by the way. I'm in the milk room. And once we bring it in this calf barn, we give it an ear tag. So what I usually do is write the calf number on the front and the back. And then at the top, right up here, I write its date, not the birth date, but the month and the year that it was born. So that way I kind of have quick reference of how old that calf is without having to go back into my records and looking it up for an exact date. If I needed an exact date, then I would look in the records. But I can tell pretty much how old the calf is, or the cow, by just looking at the top and seeing what month and year they were born. Along with the ear tags, we also give each calf, this is called an RFID tag. Each cow or calf that leaves the farm has to have one of these in its ear. And each of these RFID tags has a number around it, and that's our farm number. So when that calf goes off to another farm or to a slaughterhouse or wherever, that cow can always be traced back to our farm. Now, each calf has to receive one of these in order to go into our automatic calf feeder. This is their ID. So in order for the computer to read that calf, this is what the computer reads, is the RFID tag. So each calf is given a different number, different than the ear tag number for the calf, the feeder. And so each one gets one like this. You can put it in the ear directly, but what I do is I just loop a zip tie around it and then loop it onto the ear tag, tighten it up. That way, when that calf is weaned, I can just clip this zip tie and reuse the ear tag or the RFID tag, and I always have a supply back here of those. But we don't RFID tag all our animals, only if we're going to sell them. For everyone that goes on the feeder, they get both of these ear tags. Now, some people have asked questions like, how do you choose the number? Are there numerical order? What's the story behind that? The story is, well, for the calves anyways, I'm not sure how Kevin actually did it beforehand. Before we did much calf raising, we didn't even ear tag a lot of our cows. So some of them had numbers, but some of them we just didn't ear tag. We just knew who they were by their looks. Once I started raising calves, raising our own calves, then I started using the ear tags. And when I first started, I was using these same ear tags, but I had the idea of naming each calf, and that went good for about 25 calves. And then I started running out of names, and it was hard to remember whose was whose. And so I stopped naming them after about 25 or 26. After the names, then I went to colored ear tags, and I think I started with like a blue or a purple maybe, and those already had numbers on them, 1 through 50 or 1 through 100, I can't really remember. And first I started with purple, and then once I used all those, I got a different color with the same numbers. And I wasn't really liking that. So if you go through 1 through 100 in the purple, you have to say the color of the ear tag and you have to say the number. And so I stopped using those after, I don't remember how many actually. It was either 100 or 200. And then after that, I just started going to this, and I started at like 100. Can't remember. Since I had 1 through 100 already, I think I might have started at 100. But that was a while ago, so I don't remember. But now I'm just kind of working my way up. I have like, right now I'm at like 450, and I just keep going up. So the only issue with working your way up, Kevin already has used 500s and 600s numbers. So we have several 500 numbers, and we have several of the 600. So after 400, I don't know, maybe I'll go to 700. But there's really no rhyme or reason. It's just whatever number I choose. As far as record keeping, a lot of my records are in the house. I don't do any records on the computer. Everything is paper and pencil. So all my records are just on these clipboards, and they're on spreadsheets. So what I do for the calves in here is, so I write down the mom, who the mom was, and well, for in here, it sounds like a calf's trying to get out. But for in here, I only keep track of the calves that are girls. So I write the mom's number, and then I write the baby's number, and then I write her birthday, the baby's birthday. And then in the house, I have another spreadsheet similar to this, and I also write down a little bit more information. If there's a bull born, I keep track of that, so I know how many girls and how many boys are kind of born during the year. And then I also keep track of when a cow goes dry, or if we sell one, or if we buy one, and all that. And all that records are in the house on paper as well. I also have, I have lots of spreadsheets, just random things that I keep track of. I keep track of any issues that a calf may have. If there's a problem with the calf, if she doesn't drink well, I kind of make note of that. And then I can always look back when she's older, if she's having issues. I can look back and say, yeah, she was a problem calf in the time that she was on milk or whatever. So I keep track of all of that. And everything I have is, again, wrote down on paper. I just don't ever feel... I just think it's so much more convenient just to write it all down than have to get on the computer and get on the program or on my phone or whatever. I don't have anything on my phone because I'm really not a techie person. So writing it down when I'm in here, it just works good for us. So that's pretty much how I ear tag and record keep. It's pretty simple around here. We don't try to complicate anything or overdo anything. I guess if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. But other than that, that's how we do it. Also, sometimes, like just recently, let's see. Just recently, we had a calf. This one I could have showed you. She lost her ear tag. It fell out of her ear. So as you can see, this was 383, and she was born in February of 2019. And I have it on the front and the back. That way, what way they're facing, it doesn't matter. I can still see who it is. It just makes it convenient. We only do one ear tag. Some farms do 2 ear tags. Usually, if a calf loses her ear tag, like this one, we know who she is, and I can just pop this right back in her ear without a problem. But I think I'm thinking bigger farms may use double ear tags. Just in case one falls out, they can still see the other one without having an issue. But anyways, yeah, sometimes we do lose them. They rip out, they get caught on something, it rips out, and so then just either make note of who it is or get it right back in her ear. This one I have to put back in. Good. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for the questions. You know, we always appreciate your questions and try my best to answer all of them. And if you want me to make a video about anything specific, let me know in the comments again. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a very blessed day. Take care, everyone.